Oh, baby, love to see it. We're back now for the first time, the second time, but the third time today here in Arnold Holiday News. Say it with me, baby, the only news you love with me because, what do we say? Because you have no other choice. You know who I wish had a choice? This dude right here, Kix. Yeah, we have the Kix kit reveal, the third big thing for today's massive news drop in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I wanted him to work with the 501st. I don't know. Jeez, Gary, we're like knocking everything over here. I don't know what that was. Hopefully nothing important here. And what was I trying to say? Oh, as much as I was hoping that Kix here, which is a really cool combo, Pirate Clone Trooper coming together. Sick combo. Really excited to see that this variant of Kix, which I didn't know about. I'm always loving the new stuff I'm learning about Star Wars with all this pirate shenanigans going on here. So hope he's gonna be in the 501st, but CG kind of left the door open that it could happen in the future. It's a big if. Big if. If you haven't seen it already, make sure you guys check out the other videos today. A lot of stuff was dropped on us. Importantly, this one right here. My gosh, just go check it out. Relics at low gear, finally. Many other stuff. We have the Maz Kanata kit reveal for Conquest units. Looking a lot of fun. Pretty powerful, it seems like, if you have the new pirates. And now, to go with Maz Kanata, we have the Kix kit reveal. Kind of an oddity how we're getting the non-Hondo stuff first, because Maz Kanata is going to be unlocked after Hondo. A little confused with how this is going down, but just a quick reminder. We were told that Ethano, Quiggled, and Kix will be going with Maz. Again, you would think they would release the other... they're all going to come out one way or another, right? For the upcoming Hondo, so it doesn't matter, but just kind of weird because Maz isn't going to be here for a hot minute. But they... Look at these tags. Light Sight, Healer, Clone Trooper. That's one of the few things that Gas needs. I mean, yes, we have Old Man Rex, which kind of does a good job without the 501st tag. But man, we've been asking for a Kix healer for the 501st for a long time, so they're kind of teasing us here. Clone Trooper, Pirate Scoundrel, and of course, notoriously known for being in the Order 66 raid as his pirate self. Funny stuff, right? Oh, anyways, main healer for Captain Ethano and Maz Kanata. You know, I'll cut CG slack. Yeah, Maz Kanata's not going to be here for a little bit, but I presume, well, we'll have to wait and see. You know, Ethano's got a lot of room to grow. We'll see how Kix is going to be with Ethano in the meantime. A lot of fun mechanics. Stealing health from the health buffs from enemies, distributing them to allies seems like a lot of fun. Cool revival. It's like all the stuff I wanted for the 501st. It's in the pirate faction. Anyways, yeah, Kix is the clone medic for Skywalker's 501st, so it made sense to keep him as a healer and have healing and revives be part of the kit. Oh man. Anyways, they kind of addressed this here. Why does he not have the 501st tag? This is very specifically Kix as he was in the Force Awakens time frame. I get it. He wears the cool blue colored phase 1 armor and has the tattered green cape. This is the important part, if we were to make a Kix as part of General Skywalker squad in the future, we would make sure that his look fits with the other 4 501st clones. So you're telling me there's a chance, right? There's a small chance that it could happen. For now, very much so a pirate healer, but maybe down the road the 501st will get love. However, revives would kind of be weird in the 501st because Anakin doesn't like revives, but they can always change that, right? Also, just so you guys know, Kix will be available as a marquee next week, Tuesday, July 29th. We'll be able to test them out, and pretty much at that point, I believe we kind of have the initial core for this new pirate faction. Of course, we got SM33, we got ourselves the GOAT, Quiggled, Ethano, so we should pretty much have like a full new gen-ish team. Of course, we probably have to throw like old Hondo in for the meantime until Maz Kanata comes around, but we have something to see if this may be usable in the meantime until we finally get our hands on Maz Kanata. But anyways, he's going to belong to the Ethano or Maz Kanata lead, as we talked about here, right? And he will be required at Relic 6 to get Galactic Legend Pirate King Hondo Naka. So let's recap. I believe Ethano's Relic 3, right? Quiggled's Relic 5, and now Relic 6 for this dude right here. And of course, as we all would expect, we're gonna need it for the Order 66 raid. And maybe not the most optimistic of news. People never really like this stuff. You know, when Mandalorians were getting loved, you know, during like the Maul era, for example, actually a little bit before that, when we had the OG Bo-Katan, right? People weren't too keen on the whole, you know, Mandalorians be required for galactic challenges and Gungans. We're going to see that, and that just means let's just cut the BS. Some of you guys out there, if you don't have the new pirates, you're going to be missing out on some episode currency, right? Well, let's hope and see. You know, maybe we'll be able to make these Pirate Galactic challenges manageable with what we have. Well, there's really only Sana, Nest, and Hondo. Well, let's just see where times take us, right? Let's focus on the kit here. The basic ability, Rapid Fire Blast. Oh man, a clone shipper pirate, such a cool combo. Such a cool combo. Deal physical damage, or sorry, special damage twice to the target enemy and grant all pirate allies tenacity up for 1 turn. You know, it's kind of like Old Man Rex. Even though he's a rebel, he's got the clone trooper tag, he had such a very versatile kit that allowed him to work with people beyond his faction. So yes, he's mostly for rebels, Phoenix. He's able to work beyond that, you know. He's able to work with the 501st, for example, or other clone teams. A lot of teams, let's just put it that way. With this guy, it's very much so going to be pirates get this, pirates do that. So I know we were probably hoping we could maybe try to wiggle our way through it. No, you know, we kind of get our hand held a little bit with these newer characters. For each critical score he makes, dispel all debuffs from a random debuffed pirate ally. It's sort of R2D2-ish, you know what I mean? Where R2D2's passive when an ally crits, cleanse debuffs. Sort of like that, but he's got to do the critting, and he'll be able to do some cleansing. So it's kind of nice, right? And remember, Maz Kanata, we read the kit reveal. She's got a swarm attack ability, right? So be able to call someone in to assist, like this dude here, get some nice cleanses. If no pirate allies were debuffed, a random pirate ally with less than 100% health recovers 5% health, and a random pirate ally with less than 100% protection recovers 5% protection. And during Kix' turn, he gains 1 stack of profit, max of 5 for the rest of the battle, and retribution for 2 turns. However, Maz Kanata, somewhere in this kit, I can't, these kits are just getting so dang long. Yeah, here we go. The maximum cap for profit effects is removed for, oh, it's just for her. Well, JK, moving on. Special one, explosive response, cooldown of 3. Kix dispels all debuffs on himself. Nice, a lot of dispelling going on. And Maz Kanata's got cleanses too, don't forget that. Deal special damage to all enemies, inflict healing immunity. We also got healing immunity on Maz Kanata's basic, so a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of overlapping in a way. For 2 turns, and steal crit hit immunity, heal over times, health up, health steal up, protection over time, and protection up. That's a hefty list of stuff there. And if any buffs are stolen, grant them to all pirate allies, reset their duration. For each enemy that didn't have any buffs stolen, Kix gains 1 stack of profit, max of 5 for the rest of the battle. And we saw a little bit of this inside of the Maz Kanata kit with a lot of anti-Sith stuff. We got more here. The target enemy Sith, their cooldowns are increased by 1. Again, I could be reading too much into this. Not like I'm asking for a dark side vision ray counter. I mean, I kind of like my dark side vision ray and Kylo just tearing it up out there. It gives me that vibe, right? You know, we have increase in the cooldown, so controlling her from doing her crazy malevolent, whatever it's called, not malevolent whirlwind, whatever, the malevolent, which is the shock thing. Otherwise, call target other pirate ally to assist, dealing 50% more damage. So neat stuff there, neat stuff. Then we have the emergency Medpac, cooldown of 5, a Zeta, final text. Man, again, I know 501st with Anakin technically stops revives, but in my beautiful world, we can revive 501st. I don't know, just make it happen. Revive a random pirate ally. But man, imagine if you can like keep reviving 5s. That sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, that's why I think the gas thing was in place to stop 5s from reviving over and over again. But it would have been nice. Anyways, all right, let's read it. I can't drop it that I wanted Kix for the 501st first. Get it 501st first. Revive a random pirate ally with 50% health and protection. If the revived pirate ally is a tank, like the GOAT himself, Quiggle, they taunt for 2 turns. Otherwise, they steal stealth for 2 turns. All pirate allies recover 10% health and protection. And if no pirate ally was revived, reduce the coolness ability by 2. It kind of gives me a little bit of a vibe of territory battles. You have the medic that kind of does something like that. I think it's a similar animation too, if I recall correctly. Kind of seems like that, but there's a little bit of a unique caveat to all this, where this ability grants additional effects depending on how many stacks of profit Kix has. Kix loses 1 stack of profit for each effect triggered. 3+ stacks of profit. All pirate allies recover 30% health and protection. Nice. 10 stacks of profit or more if there are no allied galactic legends. So again, maybe not going to be working upon. The weakest pirate ally gains damage duty for 1 turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. I was going to say something, and it would have been nice if Anakin had that, but we have a unique ability. The video's not over yet. You're still going to probably hear me cry about the 501st not getting any of the stuff. Republic Medicore with the Zeta and Omicron. And the Omicron territory wars. The good news is a lot of this, again, in the context of Pirate, seems pretty helpful pre-Omicron, right? You hate Omicrons that gate like the super duper must-have stuff for Grand Arena territories. It seems like a lot of this should still be very good in Grand Arena here. But anyways, Kix has plus 20 speed for each pirate ally below 100% health and stealth for 1 turn. Whenever he falls below 100% health, now keep in mind, we also have ourselves tons and tons of speed bonuses with Maz Kanata as well. So, you know, he's going to be a fast cookie. I'm really curious what his base speed's going to be at. If Maz Kanata is the leader, all pirate allies gain 20% bonus protection and tenacity up for 1 turn at the start of the encounter. That is a big upgrade right here. Funny enough, even though there's a lot of, like, you know, as long as there's no Galactic Legend allies, blah, 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 we have a Hondo clause. If Pirate King Hondo Anaka or Maz Kanata is the ally in the leader slot, the cap for profit is removed for Kix. Oh, there we go. I was like, wait, why can't it? Okay, I was like, why can't we remove the profit stacks on him? No, it's there. I forgot about it. What else is new? Whenever pirate allies inflict with healing immunity or shock, Kix dispels all debuffs on himself, gains speed up for 1 turn, 20% turn meter, and he assists the next time he uses special ability. Bro, again, we already have all these crazy speed bonuses, right? Speed up, building on top of it, and then 20% turn meter. It's gonna be fast. This dude is gonna be fast. He is gonna be calling a medic, but not for him type of situation. You know what I mean? And we're not even done yet. At the start of his turn, pirate allies below 100% health gain evasion up for 1 turn. Otherwise, they gain 20% offense for 1 turn. During Kix's turn, his health and protection recovery abilities gain additional 4% healing once per turn, stacking to a max of 20%. That's actually kind of interesting. Do we have something like that where it ramps? Like we have offense ramping, right? Speed ramping mechanisms, right? That hit a stack of some sort. You know, I don't think I've seen a ramping, right? No ramping mechanic that makes your healing abilities do more throughout the course of the battle. So that's kind of interesting, right? So you can potentially get 20% more healing power from your recovery abilities. Nice. For each stack of profit on him. All right, that sounds like fun. I like that. It's kind of cool. If there are no Galactic Legends and there's an active ally, if Kix has 3 stacks of profit, the first time each pirate ally would be defeated, the defeated ally is revived with 30% health, protection. Kix loses 3 stacks of profit. If Kix had 5+ stacks of profit, whenever he revives a pirate ally, the revived ally gains 3 stacks of endure for 2 turns. New effect, as we're going to read here. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Doesn't this sound nice? But here's what endure does. Can't be instantly defeated. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that is really nice. The first time this character would be reduced to 1% health, dispel 1 stack of endure, and recover 1% health, which can't be prevented. Again, this is all pre-Omicron. And this is why I like to bring it up, because I know when we see territory wars, it's like, oh, it's the end of the world. This character's gonna be trash. A lot of the good stuff is already here. However, in territory wars, I think this is gonna be pretty solid for especially Maz Kanata down the road. Kix gains 20% critical avoidance, defense, tenacity for the rest of the battle whenever a pirate ally falls below 100% health. Whenever Kix revives a pirate ally, they gain a bonus turn and 100% offense. Ooh la la, baby. Their cooldowns are reset. And if they're a tank, they taunt for 2 turns. The goat quiggle. Otherwise, they stealth for 2 turns. Whew. That's nice. That's nice. If a pirate ally was unable to be revived by Kix, look at it. It's kind of giving us a little bit of a old Ben type of vibes here. In a way, just kind of an inverse way, right? All active pirate allies gain 20% defense, health, offense, stacking for the rest of the encounter, and a 20% bonus protection for 2 turns. Whew. And whenever a pirate ally gains endure, they gain damage immunity until the start of their next turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Oh yeah. This, again, you know, you guys know me. I'm one that wants territories to be updated, but listen, I know you guys will be applying this Omicron in a second if you were able to use this in Grand Arena. Don't you dare tell me otherwise here, because that's a pretty solid stuff for the pirates that they have going on there. And here we go. Beautiful artwork, Kix. This is actually no kidding. It's one of my favorite cereals growing up. Do they still make this cereal? Do people even eat this stuff? I thought people just stick to the OGs, the Lucky Charms, the Captain Crunch. Leave your comment down below. What's your favorite cereal? Dang, that sounds good right now. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Might be, oof. Cinnamon Toast Crunch might be one of my top favorites because the thing is the milk tastes good afterwards too. It's, anyways, we're getting sidetracked here. Anyways, this for me, I mean, yes, I know the GOAT himself, Quiggle, obviously the most important member of not just the Pirates, of Star Wars in general. But in terms of jokes aside, the Pirates that we've gotten, this for me is really interesting. Not just because of all the clone and the pirate stuff coming together, which of course I really love those two philosophies and designs coming together into one solid idea for Star Wars. I love the idea of all these things maybe one day, again, this is just me being hopeful. It's a big if. You're telling me there's a chance. Maybe coming its way down the road to the 501st. Who knows? Sounds like a lot of fun. A lot of good stuff here. Can't wait to test it out, and we should be able to have hopefully a functioning team for the Pirates when we can test out Kix next week. But that's gonna wrap it up for today. Video number 3 in the bag, people. We have a lot of stuff to go over. Thank you so much for being with me here today. What a wild day to come back to after my mini-ish break that we had. A little bit of a week or so break. That's basically a decade for me there. A lot of great stuff going on, and boy, can't wait to see what's to come for these Pirates. Ooh, these dirty Pirates. But don't worry, I'm sure we're going to be able to get quadrillions of damage in the Ardor 66 raid. Leave that like, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And more importantly, until we meet again, always remember, it's great to be in the Empire today.
Oh, it's great to be in the Empire today. The sun never sets.